Just gonna prep everything first before I get into it. Yeah. So, hi everybody. This is Jen coming at you on MunchaholicsTV. Oh yeah. Yes, right now I'm actually going to be making a grilled sandwich. Usually, you know, when you make a grilled sandwich, you associate the term or the thought with grilled cheese sandwiches, but I'm actually going to make something quite different, or at least I think it's quite different, especially the way that you cook it. Now, usually, you know, you make a cheese sandwich or grilled cheese sandwich, but you don't really get too creative with it or add much with it, and that's not good. We want to try to get creative here. That's the whole emphasis on the thing. So, let me go grab a plate right quick. A spatula. I'm gonna definitely need a spatula. Yeah. And get a spatula, knife, plate. Yes, let's do it. Alright, now I'm going to be using this super tiny pan right here to grill my sandwich with. Yes, I'm making sandwiches. Yay! Anywho, I have this spatula right here, of course, to flip the sandwich with, and I always have a butter knife with me so that I can it can aid me in flipping the sandwich without having too many issues. Because there's nothing like flipping a sandwich and having it fall apart on you. That always sucks. Yeah, nobody likes that. So, alright, on to making the sandwich. Just put those aside right quick. We have our bread. I hope that you can see exactly what I'm doing here. We have our sharp provolone cheese. Let the camera zoom in on that. Yes, it's pre-packaged. It's not fresh. It's not the freshest it can be. I get the impression that it is aged a bit because it's a little hard. So, okay, we have our bread here. Let's just put that to the side because we're not exactly going to be messing with that quite yet, are we? Just open up this package right here. Oh, come on. You can do it, baby. You can do it! You can do it on that long. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Just having a... Whew, man. I'm telling you, the smell of this sharp provolone cheese is so incredibly strong that if you put this in the refrigerator alone the way that it's packaged, because the packaging is so thin, the odor is going to literally permeate through your entire refrigerator. So what you want to do is actually put it into a Ziploc bag and then store it away so that everything else in your refrigerator is not compromised odor-wise. Yes, aged cheeses, especially sharps, have an extremely strong odor, so you want to be mindful of that. Alright, unpackaging it. You can clearly see that it's aged because it's very, very hard. Yes, I have hard cheese. I'm trying to stay away from the dirty jokes, but I don't think that's going to work out. Anyway, now, I have here a cheese grater, and usually when you grate cheese, you typically do it with this side right here, but what I want to do is I want to flip it and grate it from this side. We want larger chunks of cheese, if you will, to actually go on top, but the way that I'm slicing it, I don't want to slice it too thick. I actually want to slice it thin. This way you don't get like gobs of cheese oozing out of the sandwich. Now I know that that could be pretty appetizing to most of you, but I prefer my cheese not to be messy, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just grate this down until I get enough of it to put on the sandwich. Yes, I'm going to be working with an aged, sharp provolone cheese. I mean, I asked my mom to pick up some cheese at the supermarket when she did. I asked for mozzarella cheese because I wanted to make pizza sandwiches, oven baked, but she wasn't able to find the cheese that I was looking for, so she got me the next best thing, which is very nice of her because this really is flavorful as much as it is odorful. Yes, I will put it that way. So that should be enough cheese. I'm not quite sure what the measurement of that is necessarily, but I just eye up all my ingredients. I don't measure everything. I measure some things, like if I have to, if I'm following a recipe, I definitely do, but like for the most part, I just try to wing it, and you know, and I like everybody who's watching this video to be able to wing it as well, get as, what do you call it, not comfortable, but as creative as you want with it. Alright, now I'm going to be bringing out the bread, again, so that you all can see that. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm going to be working with here is like a ham and cheese type of sandwich. Now, typically, when you think about a ham and cheese sandwich, you think about a ham and cheese sub with fixins, you think about maybe a regular ham and cheese sandwich or a ham and cheese sandwich toasted, but we're not going to be toasting it, we're actually going to be grilling it and making it into like a grilled cheese kind of sandwich, but with a little kick. That's what we want. We want a little bit of extra in it. We want to get creative with it instead of just sticking to the norm. So I'm adding some ham to this, and yes, I went to the store and got myself some cold cuts, so I'm very happy about that. Just 2 slices of that should do. I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know what, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna leave it at that. I lied. I could leave it at that. No, I'm not gonna leave it at that. Stack that baby. Oh yeah! Make that a sandwich. I may as well use all of my ham. All the rest of my ham. I actually used a good portion of the ham before when I was making another sandwich for myself. It was a ham turkey sandwich with chipotle mayo, and it was absolutely delicious. Alright, now that I got rid of that and I don't have to worry about it, I'm going to go ahead and take this baby off, because I should have before I shot this video, but it's all good. Just go ahead and spread the cheese on top of the ham so that it covers the ham, but don't allow the cheese to go off to the sides, because when you allow it to go off to the sides, that's when it kind of oozes over, and that can actually leave kind of a nasty effect on your sandwich. It's very messy, and I don't like messy. If you do, that's cool, that's your thing. I'm going to eat a little bit of this. You know, honestly, it tastes a lot better than it smells, to be honest. Most people are very turned off by sharps and aged cheeses because of the way that they smell. Sometimes the odor that they give off is not always pleasant, but this tastes amazing. If you have at least a little bit of Nordic in you, I don't care if you're German, Russian, Polish, whatever, Icelandic, if you have any bit of Nordic in you, you already know how to hold your nose and then take a bite. That's what I had to do when I tried sauerkraut for the very first time. I never wanted to eat it because I always thought that it smelled awful, so I just never wanted to eat it. One day I just held my nose, took a bite, and it was freaking delicious. So yeah, sometimes with stuff like this you just have to do that. Then once you appreciate the actual taste of what you're using, you can appreciate the smell along with it. Oh yeah. This is why, I'm sorry. This is why I like to eye up my measurements sometimes, because the extras are delicious. Alright, so I got my ham and my cheese together, and what sandwich would not be complete, or would be complete, without bacon bits? Yes, I am about to add some bacon bits, you guys. This is going to add a little extra flavor. And we don't want to add an extra kick because we already have enough kick with the sharp provolone, but we want to add some of the bacon bits because that's just going to bring out the meat flavor from the ham. Pork with pork, you'd think that they're associated. And of course, if you want, you can leave the sandwich like this, but I think I'm going to go the extra mile on this one. Alright, let's just bring this baby over here, get her prepared and ready. Let's do it. This is going to be awesome, you guys. Alright, a little bit of butter. Let's go with it. No, it's not in there. I'm looking for my butter. And I'm going to find it. Yeah! Alright, we got the butter, so that's cool. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my spatula. You don't want to put it on the knife because you're using the knife to help turn over the sandwich. And you don't use the knife to cook with unless you're actually gifted like that, and you can. Then cool, by all means go for it, and please show me how. I'd like to know. But I'm just going to stick that on there. I'm going to put this aside so that it doesn't melt or get burned, because the flame can get pretty high, and even if the flame doesn't necessarily touch something, the heat that it gives off can burn things that are around it. So be sure to remove all things plastic or flammable from the area. Okay, now I've got the flame on a medium-high for now so that I can melt the butter. And once the butter is melted, you want to reduce the heat to like a medium or a medium-low. This way, when you actually put the sandwich onto your pan, you're not necessarily burning it right off the bat. So, let's get her done, baby. Get her done! Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. You guys are going to love this. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm making somebody hungry over there. Maybe, I hope. Yeah, let's do that. That is a lot of butter, you guys. You think that this is an excessive amount of butter and like, oh my god, that is so unhealthy. But honestly, the butter really goes away a little bit too easily when it comes to the bottom of a pan, so you want to put as much on the bottom as you can before you put the sandwich into the pan, because the amount of melted butter actually reduces, and you'll actually end up burning the sandwich and also the bottom of your pan, and you don't want that. You just want to set that down, press on the top of it lightly. If you're afraid of getting burned by the steam, just press on it lightly with the top of your spatula, just so that the cooking process begins. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I'm going to bring you over here a little bit more so that you can see it. Yes. Alright, just get that working. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I really do. And if you can't, I'm going to be very disappointed. Anywho, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there like that. That's fine. I still have yet to figure out my camera angling, so yeah, bear with me. Now this is where the knife comes in, okay? You're going to go ahead and you're going to turn this over just once, and you want to use the knife because you want to get the spatula underneath the sandwich, the bread, okay? Just get that under there as much as possible without moving the bread too much or changing its shape. You don't want to change its shape. You just want to keep the sandwich together. Okay. Alright, we're going to give this baby a flip. Ooh. Ooh. Stay together, baby. Stay together. Oh! Here we go. Alright, that messed up just a wee bit on me. Now, you see how that butter actually had disappeared from the bottom of the pan? Alright, now you understand why it's important to use so much butter when you are making grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay? You don't want the sandwich to actually stick to the bottom of it, because that would kind of suck. So, with each flip, you just want to add a little bit more butter to coat the bottom. Alright, I'm just going to move the butter over so that it actually does coat the bottom. I'm telling you guys to do it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right, I gotta do it. This is fun, you guys. I'm surprised that, like, the sandwich didn't totally screw up. I mean, a few pieces of cheese fell out, but that's okay. I mean, even if the cheese falls out a little bit, it's actually going to be, like, nice and crispy on the side, which is really nice. If your cheese falls out and it's still like on the side of your sandwich, just take the spatula and try to press it against the sides of the sandwich so that it sticks, so that you get that nice crispy outside. I'm just going to add a little bit more butter. I know, I'm terrible. I'm not on a diet, so I'm going to do that. Problem with adding oil to a grilled cheese sandwich is the fact that you're working with a very shallow reservoir, so to speak. So anytime that the oil bubbles over, it's going to go ahead and jump at you and burn you. So you don't want to use oil with this kind of recipe. You want to use butter. So if you have any diet restrictions about butter, then I suggest you don't cook this. But if you don't have any serious diet restrictions, and you're only making this, say, every once in a while, like not every day, if you're making this every day, then yeah, you're going to kind of hurt yourself there. But if it's like maybe once every 2 weeks, once every week, it's not a big deal. You're not going to end up with serious problems. If you're really subconscious about health issues when you're cooking this type of sandwich and you're going to cook it anyway, I suggest drinking a tall glass of water with that and not burn yourself while putting the butter in. Yeah. Shit. That sucked. That kind of hurt. Just a wee bit. Ooh, it's getting hot in this kitchen. It is. It's getting very hot in here. I can actually feel it. Like my face is like going crazy here. I can actually feel my face heating up. It's a bit much. But this is actually cooking up nicely. You want to turn the heat off at this point. Now that you see that the top is browned, you want to turn the heat off because the bottom is browning just the same as the top. And like I said, you don't want to burn it. So you definitely want it to look grilled and browned. That's actually what you want. What's right here, that's actually what you want. That's the result. Okay? So let's get this out here and try to plate it without too much of a disaster. You guys are probably laughing at me by now. That's okay, I'm laughing at myself, so it's all good. Alright, get this baby up. I love this butter knife. It's like the cooker's little helper. You know? Alright, let me get this spatula underneath. And just get that sandwich onto the plate, nice and easy. Alright, I'm going to take this away so I don't burn myself on it, because I know me, I'm a klutz. Alright. Okay, let me see where you are filming. Get you over here, because I said so. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to put everything away. Put this back into the fridge. Yes. And after plating this up, one thing that you could do as an extra bonus, you know, something to make you or your kids happy or your family happy, you could take an extra cold cut that is not ham. It could be turkey, it could be Genoa salami, it could be anything. I love Genoa salami. It could be pepperoni, actually. Pepperoni on the side is very ideal, but I like working with Genoa salami because it is just absolutely delicious. I'm just going to roll it this way because that's the way I prefer it. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick it on the side, seam down. If it'll stay for me, that'd be freaking sweet, but what are you going to do? You can't argue with that. Don't argue with your meat. Ever. It will beat you back. Was that another joke? Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody stop me. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Oh yeah. Let's see it again. This is the sandwich. All nice and beautiful looking. Yay! And yeah, I'm going to give it a try because this is actually the first time that I've attempted this recipe, so just look at that. Just look at that. You got the ham, you got the sharp provolone cheese, you got the little bacon bits in there to complement the ham. Amazing. Amazing stuff. I really love the crispy outsides. That's like my favorite part of a grilled cheese sandwich. So of course those are going to be delicious without question. I'm not really getting too much of the cheese. Only because, like I said earlier in the video, I didn't want to put the cheese on the sandwich too much on the sides because when you do that then it gets super messy. for obvious reasons, because it'll fall out of the sandwich and cook into the skillet and not in the sandwich where it belongs. Wow. You know, I've noticed one thing. When you actually cook down sharp provolone or any type of sharp cheese, especially if it's aged, it actually reduces in its strength, I guess I'll call it, because it can become extremely strong when when it's just by itself. But when you cook it, it's not as strong after you cook it. So it's actually safe to use things like that in meals. I mean, I'm such a cheese lover. I can eat it by itself, but not everybody likes all types of cheeses. So if you're going to go with a sharp aged cheese, cook with it. Especially like in a sandwich or something like that. Whether you pan fry it or you bake it, it actually adds a lot of flavor. This really is delicious. Wow. So, until next time, my friends, thank you for watching as always, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Oh yeah! Let's do it. Where is it filming? Where are you filming? Huh? Where are you filming? Okay, my hands are going there. Okay. Okay, cool. I hope it works. If not, we're gonna have a serious problem. Ermigerd. Okay. Oh, I have way too much fun doing that. Oh. Alright. I need a really good pan. I'll just get this out of my way so I can look for it. A good pan if I can. Ermigerd. Mashed potatoes. Oh, maybe I should make those next. Mashed potatoes.